All right, a game at 1K, at 1 Caillou, people. Let's get on the game. Interesting. I like it. It's weird when we like formed these moyos. It's really weird when we form like when both parties form these moyos, and essentially, like one person has to attack. Oh wait, that was a bad move. That was a really bad move, actually. Didn't think too heavily about that one. That was a bad move. Not a great move indeed. I don't want to fight the coat that early. Guess it's a trade thing. Let's see if this works or not. Think it will? I'm not 100% sure. Because you can do this. And then you get 4 against 3, I think. It's interesting. I think I messed up. Definitely messed up. Definitely messed up. No. Oh, dang it. Messed up. Messed up big time. Not the way it's supposed to go. Definitely not the way it's supposed to go. You can have those too. I don't really care about those. It's really not that important. I'm not really trying to kill this piece. Not really trying to kill his stones, actually. Not at all. Why? What the hell was the point of this? Does he not see that? Is he really going to do that? Oh my god. Does he want 2 eyes that badly? Seriously? Oh my god. That's freaking amazing. Well, it's not really freaking amazing. It's just a really bad play by him. Now I'm like super strong. I don't know how he's going to live this now.
Yoyomi now starts.
So he's left me with very few weaknesses here. If he cuts, realistically, if he cuts, I can just take these 2. As long as I can, I do have to shore up my defenses here, though. That's the thing. It's a really bad move for him. But why? I mean, I'm fine with this. It's just like lack of fighting skill. He like essentially just built my Moyo for me here. This is like he essentially had this game won when he didn't have the game won, but the game was solidly in his hands when he took this group. The game was 100% solidly in his hands when he took that group. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, that's not a real eye. He was way, way ahead. He was so far ahead. And now he's essentially lost. Just like too big of a group to actually sacrifice.
Nine, 8, 7.
It's way too big of a group to actually sacrifice. I just basically have to make sure I don't screw up. Because he just lost way too many points. I don't have to do anything. Just man lost way too many. Man lost way too many points over there. Yeah, it's turned this. I totally turned this defeat into a victory. This is going to be a very interesting game to go over actually, because there's absolutely no way he should have lost. Well, I mean, he shouldn't have fallen behind that much after he like killed that piece, because that doesn't really make any sense that he would just, oh my gosh. It's pretty much concentrated on winning this game, but jeez. What a turnaround. This I did not expect. Definitely did not expect this. I did make a pretty bad mistake here, actually. I was thinking about playing out the other way and seeing if he actually knew. Playing out the other way and seeing if he actually knew how to play it. But he made such a bad mistake here. Definitely should not have won by that much. Pass. Oh, there's one right there. Never mind. Damn. I don't think it matters.
Yoyomi now starts.
Where'd he go? Oh, man. 4 against 3. Now he would have 4 there as well.
9, 8,
Doesn't
7,
matter.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 Yoyomis left.
Okay, I gotta read this. I think that's right. Yeah, I think I can do that. It's fine. What the hell does that do? I just gotta make sure I don't screw up. Like I said, I thought I might be 1 liberty short, but I'm pretty sure like that basically secured me that victory. Probably should have just fixed this thing on the side. Don't really need to answer that, but I will. Just can't let myself screw this up. Should have just anchored any problem I had there. But I'm going to pass. I hate it when people try these stalling moves. I mean, that one was okay because it almost had me. But you're not going to get me on this. I'm just going to crawl back. What is he doing? That poses zero threat to me. All right. All right. I finally won. Now we can go back on this game because this game is going to be very, very interesting. I don't think there was anything in this corner. As soon as I played that, the game was pretty much over. Because if he did that, the play is like he would block over here. I would push in. He would do this. He would take the 2 stones. I would do this. He would have to take, and then I'm ahead by 1. So there was nothing there. There was nothing there on the corner. I just had to take a little bit more time to read that. Honestly, I probably should have just connected this just in case, but I was pretty sure there was nothing there. Almost certain there was nothing there. But there essentially was no reason for him to actually lose this game like this. Because I didn't think I would. I don't know if I would be able to kill this. And the reason he lost the game was because of his play here. This group wasn't really in any danger. But I find a lot of Q players like try too hard to make 2 eyes when there's actually no threat to their group. That's one of those. That's actually one of the main things that they actually screw up on. They make the other player way too thick. See, like, they make the other players way too thick, and this is actually how you use influence. See, like, my goal of attacking this group here, let me actually go back. My goal of actually attacking this group, and once he starts to fly out, that I can ignore because I can destroy that eye space just by doing this, and I'd much rather just come over top. My goal of attacking this group is actually not to kill this group. My goal of attacking this group is forcing him to actually help build my Moyo here, because this Moyo is not very complete, but if I attack him and basically make my Moyo in here, I actually have a chance of actually recovering from this foobar, because that did not go well as I thought. I mean, I completely miscalculated that. By the way, we're going to go back here and explore this corner first and why I couldn't play why I want to play. Because I did this. I thought I had enough liberties. Then I did that. But once he did that, I was like, oh, dang, I messed up. Because if I play here, and then he plays here, then I can't do anything. I could play here, but then he would cut. And once he cut, I would have to Atari. He would connect. I would take. And then he would be 1 liberty ahead. So this cut right here actually makes it, this cut right here makes it so I can't actually, this cut right here makes it so I can't really just force liberties. So like I played this, he did this, and then like we had the ko, and I just screwed up there. I completely messed up on the calculation. Like I said, I'm a bit rusty at these things. I'm definitely a bit rusty at these things. I definitely shouldn't have cut here. Because like I forgot like how the Joseki worked. I knew this before, but I kind of forgot how the Joseki worked from here. So I should have just like extended and then played this out. But unfortunately, I screwed up. So he was able to take this corner. Because I didn't have a ko. I mean, I did have a ko there, but essentially like this obviously wasn't worth it. He comes out way ahead because he gets the coins, and he gets the stones, and this shape isn't really all that strong. So I get the sente though, so I play this. He extends, I extend. That corner play, obviously I'm going to block this way to get my Moyo, to actually try to capture these 2 and get my Moyo over here, although some would disagree with that, because this way actually has more potential on the bottom. I block this way. and then do the Joseki, essentially. And he does this. That's a bad move. Just jump out. Jumping out's a much better move than that. I don't have to answer that. There's no way home for that. And like I said, I can still destroy the eye over here. And there's not like eye space for 2. So that's a bad move. Then I obviously take the initiative to do that. I actually like playing the caps because it forces him one of 2 ways. And either way, it'll help make my Moyo. And it keeps him a little bit far away from these stones here. So here, I obviously am just making my Moyo here. I don't think that's a good move for right now. So that, basically, I'm just kind of circling him on the outer. Remember, I don't actually think I can kill this group of stones. That's not my goal. My goal is to attack this group of stones and use this group of stones to actually make my Moyo in here. Playing this out, probably not a great idea. That, I have to extend. Now this, a lot of people would just extend this, but no, remember, I'm trying to build my Moyo down here. So obviously I just fly up, he does that. And now every move that he actually makes is helping me build my Moyo. I consider this down here pretty much alive, so I'm not too worried about that. So yeah, I extend, he does this. Remember, you don't have to block when he charges. So he does this, I give up the 2 stones. Those 2 stones are useless because it's only like 4 points at this point. So I'm more than happy to connect that way. And then, of course, he gets the 4 points, but I get Sente, which is worth a lot more than 4 points. He does this. Of course, I'm just going to sacrifice these 2 stones. Definitely just going to sack these 2 stones and make my outside a lot stronger. That made no sense because he obviously didn't see that. And then coming out here, like, this is a mistake. He's obviously trying to make 2 eyes. Well, I guess this might be the only thing he can do now. But he completely trapped himself in. Like, him actually focusing on imprisoning these 2 stones and letting me build my outside like this was the big mistake that cost him the game. So it might actually, like, to a lower ranked player, it might look like, oh, he made a good move. He captured a couple of points, my 2 stones, and he made an eye. But that's a horrible trade for all this out here. So that's how you use your strength and your thickness and your Moyos to actually build points. You attack other people's weak groups. You don't just like try to protect your own territory because that's not going to work. And of course, like, he lives, but well, that's pointless, but he lives, but it's Gote. And he has no choice at this point because he's all surrounded. So I get to protect my corner. Now, at this point, I would say, like, the game actually favors me. I would definitely say the game favors me. Maybe not by a huge amount, but the game definitely favors me, even though he got all this down here. But giving up all this thickness and letting me create my Moyo like this puts him in a really, really bad spot. So at this point, like, because he made all these exchanges, and because I successfully used my thickness and my Moyo to actually form my territory correctly, now at this point, I'm ahead. That's not a great invasion. So I'm just going to go ahead and attack him. Now, this time, I'm actually trying to kill him. I'm not trying to use my Moyo to get points. I'm actually trying to kill him at this point because I don't think he has the eye space. He made me extremely powerful up here. And there's a plethora of ways I can surround him here. He obviously, like, these calculations are pretty basic. Then now he has to, like, ram. Essentially has to ram. That connection, I mean, I guess you could do that, but that doesn't really do anything. Just going to protect this, obviously. And then now he doesn't really have 2 eyes. Because this isn't actually connected, so he doesn't actually have 2 eyes. This is pretty basic. Kill, extend. But see, here's a problem. Like, that would be a really deadly move if he didn't make me so thick out here first. Like, if he didn't make me out so strong over here by hitting all these moves, that would be a really problematic move. But this isn't a problematic move for me. I can just connect in any way I want. He can't do anything. Obviously, basic eye destruction. Make sure I don't screw up. And now at this point, he's basically dead. And at this point, like, I just have to fix my stuff. And he's essentially just lost the game here. That's as far as I'm going to be able to, that's as far as I'm going to actually review. So, like I said, this is how you use your Moyo to attack and win. How to use, like, your thickness, how to use, outside influence, and how to build influence and advantage, and how to use influence and advantage. Using your stones, how to attack and build your territory that way, and how to attack and build your influence this way. Remember, when I'm attacking, I already when I'm attacking, I already have a goal in mind. See, if I was just trying to kill this super aggressively to try to kill this piece, I probably couldn't have done it. This I have too many weaknesses here for to kill actually this piece. But since I'm not really trying to kill this piece, I didn't extend and let him destroy my shape over here. I used it to help build my shape over here. And it built very well. Like him doing these two trades, very bad for him. Lets me build really well. And then he just like randomly tries to break out. Like there's no need to actually do this. Easily here, you just jump out this way. Because if you don't do this and you just jump out this way, I still don't quite have two eyes here. And I would probably just follow you out. And my shape up here is nowhere near as strong as it was. But since he actually tried to bump and make eyes, and of course, that's not good. Since he actually tried to bump and make eyes, just sacrificing the two stones let me get so much. Sacking the two stones actually let me get so much on the outside that this is very hard to invade. And remember, the key is this is a gote. This is a gote sequence for him, no matter what. So I got to protect the corner. If I didn't get to protect the corner, he could have just invaded the corner, and the game wouldn't have been like super, super in favor of me. Probably might still be in favor of me, but not super, super in favor of me. But now since he can't invade the corner, and like, you know, he's under a certain threat, and I don't think he can live this piece because there's no eye space down here, now the game definitely favors me. So that's how he lost the game. Trying too hard to actually like make two eyes instead of trying to escape out and counterattack one of my groups, or just escape out and not helping me make the rest of this moyo. Very, very common lower ranking mistake. Not trying to like escape out, but basically trying your hardest to actually live your group and helping your opponents build the thickness and outside influence that helps them win the game. So you got to think of the game that way. Like, what am I trying to achieve when I try to kill this group? And the answer is not always, I really want to kill this group. Because you got to remember the point of go. The point of go is actually to win the game, which means getting more points than the other person. The point of go is not to kill every piece or rescue all your stones. And I think that's a trap that a lot of lower ranked players fall into. So like, even though like I didn't kill this piece, my objective was achieved, and I was able to get a lot of territory over here. So that is the episode for today. Hope you learned something. Like and subscribe. And I am getting closer to my true rank. So the games are becoming a little bit harder. I'm making mistakes like this that I wouldn't have probably made with lower ranked players. They wouldn't have put me in that situation. But as soon as I get used to some of these Josekis, I will stop making these kind of mistakes. And hopefully I can basically even out probably somewhere in the Dan ranks. So that's the episode for today. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.